What job will you never do again? Story 1. I'm currently typing this while at my retail job, where it's really slow today anyway, while my entire friend group has been in NYC since the 30th. I stagnated for a bit and everyone else I knew got real jobs, but I'm finishing college so I don't have to do this anymore. I'd be a much happier and healthier person if I wasn't working retail. Story 2. I worked in retail for a few years during college and I met my now wife there. LOL, still good friends with 3 guys I met there as well, so that part was positive. I haven't worked retail in about 13 years now. Not to make light of the term, but I sometimes wonder if trauma bonding has something to do with people being closer with their coworkers in fast food / retail type jobs. My current job is much easier mentally and physically, even though it requires higher job skills, and I like my coworkers, but it just isn't the same level of connection. Story 3. Being a mover, sweating your ass off, and lugging sectionals up flights of stairs sucked. The winters were brutal, and the summers were hot and humid. We'd basically force ourselves to drink water to keep our fluids up. The only plus side was getting tips from generous customers. Story 4. Call center, specifically a customer service call center for a US wireless provider that starts with S and rhymes with print. No one calls their WSP because they're so happy and everything is going smoothly, so basically the job, in its very nature, is set up in a way that you never really get to have a good day at work. It's the only job I've ever quit without having another job lined up afterward. Vela Dolly replied, "This sounds like when I worked for T-Mobile too. Nobody was calling in happy. Always set up for failure, and when corporate came down, they acted like we should be happy and gave us little cheap chapsticks as gifts for being such great little workers. Dude, I get yelled at every fucking day because of you, and you come down here with chapsticks? You actively screw people over. Fuck you. Some employees ate that shit up, and I was so embarrassed to work for them. Oh, it was so bad." Story 5. I worked at a banking call center for 3 years. I hated every minute of it. I would actually fantasize about getting sideswiped on my drive to work. I would have preferred a trip to the hospital. It was nothing but call after call after call for 8 hours. All day, every day. Then we would have meetings where we would get berated for not taking enough calls. Sometimes I would pretend to go to the bathroom just because I needed a mental break. Once I got reamed for spending 9 whole minutes in the bathroom. Yes, someone actually counted. Looking back, I'm surprised I didn't have a nervous breakdown.